It's on this day in rock history. And remember, the opinions expressed by Dr. Rock do not necessarily reflect the views of 93.5 the FBY. It's on this day in rock history, and I'm not going to lie to you, some days here on this day are like feast and some are like famine. So I've taken the opportunity, given that today's an extremely light day when it comes to goings on in rock music, to drive out to the coast and enjoy the beach. Hope you don't mind. Now, don't get me wrong, most days it's like hell for leather researching and writing and producing this segment I'm working on, and I'm working flat out to make sure you're informed and entertained. It's just that today, there's just not much going on in the world of rock history worth talking about. Still, nice day for it, isn't it? Oh, now don't worry, I do have an On This Day segment for you. I recorded it ahead of time on this tape recorder here, so you can still enjoy what's admittedly a very short On This Day in rock history. We'll just turn this on here.
It was on this day in 2014 the British Phonograph Institute announced that its latest figures showed that almost 800,000 vinyl albums had been sold in the UK for the first 9 months of 2014, significantly ahead of the previous year's 9-month total. It was on this day in 2009 that Johnny Depp presented Keith Richards with the Rock Immortal Award at the Greek Theatre in LA, California as part of this year's Scream Awards. If anyone's immortal in rock music, it would have to be Keith Richards. On this day in the year 2000, a flat in Montague Square, London, which was once owned during the 1960s by Ringo Starr, went on the market for $575,000. The two-bedroom, two-storey property was also home for Jimi Hendrix, John and Yoko, and Paul McCartney in the 1960s. On this day in 1973, the Rolling Stones performed 2 shows at Florent National, Brussels, in Belgium, as part of a tour of the UK and Europe. Opening for the tour's shows were Billy Preston and American group Cracker, the first band to be signed to the Rolling Stones record label. Bobby Keys didn't show up for the concert, which resulted in him being banned by Mick Jagger from future Rolling Stones tours until 1989, with occasional exceptions. According to legend, Bobby missed the gig due to him filling a hotel bathtub with Dom Perignon champagne and drinking most of it. Yowza.
No, my tape machine's got sand in the gears, now it's going all wonky. Oh, I knew I should have broadcast this from my hotel room instead of the beach. That was a stupid idea. The whole thing's ruined. I can't even remember the last thing I was going to say. It was, I don't know, some birthday or other. So I suppose I'll just have to make it up now. So the bass player Bob Duggery from the band Which Way Is Up is having a birthday today, probably. Bob was born in, 1974. Good night, everybody.